Welcome and thank you for joining us here at Queen Mary's College. My name is Mark Henderson and I'm the new principal of Queen Mary's College, and I've been here for some time and I can't wait to see you in person. You will see me around sooner rather than later. I thought I'd start with this slide because I think it does it as simply as possible. It explains what our aims are, our objectives, and fundamentally it is exactly as it says in front of you. It's kind of to make sure that you're happy, confident and successful, and that lies at the heart of everything. And we've learned that often for you to be successful you have to be feeling happy, and right from the very start of your time with us we'll be focusing on engaging you and making sure you're on the right program and that you're settling in. I thought I'd show you this. This is a nice picture of our results day this year. It was sunny. Lots of our students came in. They'd done fantastically well. They were all going off either to their destination of choice, whether that was university, whether that was higher apprenticeships, or going into further training, or straight into employment. And I'm not going to kind of go on into too much detail about kind of data, but I did think I'd show you this slide because hopefully that will make you feel reassured as much as anything. What you'll see in front of you are red columns. The red columns represent Queen Mary's College, and the other ones represent sixth form colleges nationally and also FE colleges like BCOT and other places similar. And as you can see, regardless of the level, the subject area that you're studying, whether that's A level, whether that's BTEC, whether that's GCSE, whether that's foundation learning, whether that's ESOL, whatever that might be, you can see that we're outperforming the other sectors, and we have been doing for some time. We're very proud of that. And that's really what the thermometer illustrates as well. It just shows that regardless of what you come to with us in terms of your GCSEs, we will add value by working with you and making sure, A, you're on the right course, and coming back to that point I said at the beginning, that you're happy and you're feeling confident. And that leads to destinations. And again, this slide illustrates that nicely. Our students go off and do all incredible things. They become lawyers, artists, doctors, scientists, therapists, pilots, makeup artists, journalists. I mean, the list is pretty endless. You can see that in front of you. And don't panic if you're looking at that going, crikey, I have no idea what I'm wanting to do or what I can do. That is totally normal. That's part of the journey that you'll be taking with us over the next 2 or 3 years in some cases. So please don't panic. It's if anything, it's every reason to get excited. Now, the next thing hopefully you can see in front of you is a kind of an illustration of how the college sees success. And what we have learned over many years is that it's not a straightforward, simple process, that kind of easy line of constantly doing better. It really does vary. It's much more like that scruffy line that you can see next to it. Success leads to mistakes and errors, actually, before you become truly successful. And that is completely normal. And the reason we want to tell you this right at the very beginning is because that might well happen to you. It might be that you're doing completely new courses. You may well be doing a level 3 program that's more difficult and more challenging than you're used to. And there are going to come points where it will be tricky and you will make mistakes. And all I'd say to you is don't worry about that and don't wobble and panic. That's what we're here for. We're to help you understand what the mistakes are and how we correct them. And it's through that feedback that you will get better. So it's a bit of an ethos, really, and an approach that we take in how we teach, in how we tutor our students. It's not to fear those mistakes, it's to go with it. And it's not to do with where you are in 3 weeks' time or at the end of this first year. It's where you are at the end of your journey with us, at the end of those 2 years or 3 years. That's the bit that counts. Now, the next slide, hopefully, that you can see, illustrates really a little bit about our curriculum and what it fundamentally delivers. It's a little bit confusing, but really the bit I want you to emphasise and look at is that list of blue things on the right-hand side, because that's what your programme ultimately is developing. It doesn't matter whether you're doing a level 2 programme, a GCSEs again, or you're doing an A-level programme, or you're doing a BTEC programme, or a combination of A-levels and BTECs, or you're doing a foundation level course, whatever it might be, or even T-levels next year possibly, because we're developing that at the moment. What it's really there to do is to develop things like your confidence, your passion, your interest, your creativity, your resilience, so you don't give up, your kind of underlying competence in things. Now, we know that that's what's so critical because that's what employers keep telling us they want. You know, they want you to get through qualifications, but fundamentally they want you to be engaged and interested and passionate and able to communicate that to other people and to collaborate, to work in teams. And again, that is fundamental to how we go about teaching at the college. So they're all reasons to be excited. And that bit in the middle I'll come back to, but that's the green stuff to do with tutoring and how we support you in a one-to-one basis. All the enrichment activities that you've already signed up for, and if you haven't, you can do still, that will help add to those skills. And that's what this picture is hopefully showing you. You can see lots of examples of successful students who are incredibly busy and connected. And there are some nice images of the kinds of enrichment opportunities that you can take part in this year. We've really pushed it and we've really expanded our enrichment offer, and it's really important that you use this. Most of you have already signed up for at least one. Some I've seen already have signed up for 2 or 3 things, and that's fantastic. You've got plenty of time in the week to be able to do this, and I'll show you the timetable in a minute just to help reassure you. But we have definitely learnt over the years that our busy students are often our most successful students, and it also allows you to connect and make friends, and that's what it's all about. There's another image just to show you online how you can get to the enrichment program, and you can start to have a look and see what's full or what's not, what isn't full, or what you might fancy doing. And this may well change later in the year. You might do a term of something and then the following term swap and change completely, and that's okay. Now, here's the timetable. This version is a little bit more colourful than the one you've most probably got, but it just kind of shows you the way it's blocked out through the week. And you can see that for each of your subjects, there are 2 opportunities of lessons. Take Monday, you can see in Pool A, the red block, your next lesson would therefore be on a Thursday in the afternoon. And they're quite big chunky bits of time, and that's to really enable you to kind of throw yourself into the concepts that are being introduced and allow you time to practice and to discuss and to have a go at things and really throw yourself into that subject during that period. It's been working fantastic. We started this last year and it's gone down very well with all of our students and our staff. So I'm hoping you're going to enjoy it. You can see that bit next to it, which is our kind of tutor slot, which is an opportunity to have one-to-ones with your tutor throughout the year. But also on the Tuesday, there's a group tutorial. And again, that will give you the opportunity to meet maybe as more of a collective. And there'll be certain points where there'll be kind of cross-college themes that we pick up on that are really important. Then you've got the big blue block, which is kind of in the middle of the day, and we've called those enrichment blocks. And you can see that they're there and they're an hour, and that allows you to do as many enrichments as you want, actually, if we can timetable it that way. But it also allows you to fit in a lunch during that period. There's also another slot potentially for one-to-ones with your tutor. So, you've seen the timetable. I've told you a little bit about the ethos. This slide is to kind of just remind you that this is a new campus for you. And I'm really conscious a lot of you haven't had a chance to kind of visit us properly. You've seen things online, you've had lessons online through our Welcome Fest, but it's not the same as being here. And I've just got a couple of images here just to show you. It's a fantastic campus. It's lovely. It's spread over 28 acres. We've spent a lot of money over the past 20 years. It feels fresh and green, and it's got its own kind of campus feel. So I would really kind of encourage you to explore it over the next 2 weeks, so you get to know where everything is. And, you know, there's a couple of pictures just of our cafe, which we've just given a bit of a fresh lick of paint, and a Costa coffee that you can get there. This is the shrubbery. If you need a quieter place to work, it's really nice for that. QM Leisure, again, you might not have seen it yet, but we have our own kind of sports complex. It's got a swimming pool, a gym, a 3G pitch. There's all kinds of things that you have access to if you wish, and I'd really encourage you to go and explore and become a member and enjoy it. So, this slide is all about our promise to you. There are 3 things there. The first one is that we promise you excellent teaching. We put a lot of training and emphasis on what outstanding teaching is all about and learning, and we can guarantee that that's exactly what you're going to get with us. That second one is all to do with support. Having outstanding teaching is one thing, but you need to be guided and supported, and you need to have somebody that you can go to. You'll have your personal tutor. They will look over you and after you in that sense, but each one of your teachers will kind of have your back. They'll be seeing how you're doing, and there are lots of systems in place that enable us to help monitor and guide, as well as we have a careers library. we have counsellors. There's a whole structure there to help support you whilst you're with us. And please feel free to use it and to ask for help when you need it. And that third one is opportunity to develop existing skills. Well, I've said a little bit about enrichment, but work experience is another good example of that. It's something we're really wanting to encourage students to do, if not always in the first year, but in their second year. There are always opportunities to do things which develop those core skills I talked about at the very beginning of the presentation. So that's our promise. That's what we will deliver. But we do have expectations from you guys. We expect you to come prepared with your bags. If you've got a laptop, fantastic. Your computer, your pens, whatever that might be. But be ready for learning, basically. That you use your study periods wisely. And we're very conscious that that's a new thing. But they really are an opportunity for you to do pre-work in preparation for your lessons, or to get the homework out of the way so you don't have to take it home. Showing resilience and determination. And that's kind of going back to that whole don't give up, don't panic, don't wobble. The support system's there to help you through. It is going to be tricky at some points. That's completely normal, but stick with it. Now, we don't have many rules in the college, and that's why I've put in bold that fourth point, which is respect. It's incredibly important that you respect and support all members of our community, your peers, your teachers, support staff, everybody. It's what makes the college such a lovely place to be. It's because people pick up on this very quickly, and you will. You'll know it instantly. You'll sense that sense of respect, and it's much easier to fit in when that happens. As I say, there are very few rules, but that really lies at the heart of everything. So, and that fifth point is just get involved. Busy students are our most successful students, and that's not a bad mantra to remember if you can. Right, wear your lanyard. I've got mine. It's just to kind of make sure that we can see that you're one of us, and we can keep you safe, and we can keep the college kind of part of that community feel as I was talking about, so we know everybody's a member of QMC. All right, this is my final slide, and I just want to end on a note which is really, whatever the future brings, we've got you covered. And what I mean by that is I'm very conscious how strange the past 18 months has been. I'm hoping there won't be any more lockdowns. If there are, all I'd say is don't worry and don't panic. We've been on the front foot all the way through with this. We've kept our lessons running. I know they've been virtual, but we've been making them as interactive and engaging as possible. And we've kept things like enrichment going as well. So I'm hoping that won't happen. But my point is, whatever the future brings, we've got it covered. So listen, enjoy your induction, enjoy today. Don't worry, as I say, keep going, go to those lessons, really get a sense of what the college is like and explore it. And I'll see you soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.